And if you're down for more infotainment, information, and entertainment, like and subscribe in between the lines. It's breaking news and it's interesting, Vaughn. You want to get into it? This is another 30 minutes, man.
No,
We
it
might want
ain't
to
gonna
say,
take 30 minutes because I got something
yeah,
short and sweet for me. So I'm gonna let
no,
you.
because it's two situations. It's two situations with two quarterbacks that is not even a dilemma. Is just interested and it's just fascinating how it's happening, and I love it. And this is what we got. We have Dante Moore from Oregon, projected top three pick, and some Mel Kiper projection. He's going number two behind. Or he was going number two behind Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. Sophomore, only played 20 games in his college career, and he decided to forego going to college. Going to the NFL to stay in college and run it back, and turn down not second, not third, not fourth round money, turned down top 10, top 15 first round money. I think that's kudos. I think that's having your ducks in a row. Because when I heard his press conference, he said that I have a lot of things I need to work on. And when people are talking to me to say, "Hey, I'm not quite ready," you can hone in on this and hone in on that. I know there's a lot of NIL have to do with that, because you don't have to run out there and get paid paid top dollars to be a number one overall pick. You can make that money in an endorsement. You can make that money in being the big man on campus and having some, uh, sponsorship or deals where you got a car or you signing autographs. I love that. And then you got the quarterback from Alabama, Simpson. He's not projected to go in the top 10, or he can move himself up there, but he's not projected as far as QB1 or 2. I think he's probably the fourth ranked or maybe the third ranked quarterback. And he's going into the NFL, and he turned down deals from Miami, LSU, and quite others, and it was $4 million. And instead, it was steadily going up. $4 million he turned down to come back to college, because he said his lifelong dream, he can't hold on to it any longer. He is going to the NFL. That is fascinating to me, man. That is fascinating to me on both sides of the coin. You got one guy coming back to college and he's a top five pick. One guy is going to the NFL and he's not a top five pick, and he's turning down $4 million to stay in college. It's just a fascinating turn of events. And you would ask me whose side am I on? Both of those guys, because I think they did their research. I think they talked to their family, and they come to a conclusion that they're convicted that this is a decision I'm going to make, and I'm not going to base it off of what somebody else has done. I'm going to base it off of how I feel.
Well, I mean that's a great way to look at it, but I want to show you a different perspective. Oftentimes, Joe, I don't know if you just root for the quarterbacks. Obviously, the young men get their money regardless, whether they staying in
Yes.
college or whether they are going to the pros. However, I want to take a look at something right here. Dante Moore, who you claim is supposed to be or projected, and this is why these projections don't mean much to me. For one, I always go back to Shador. Shador was not projected to be in the fifth round, and you can't tell me Dante Moore was a better quarterback than Shador in college. Secondly, you're only as good as your last game. He got beat 56-22, gave up a pick six, and lost two fumbles. He was horrible. Horrible. And can you tell me one good win that Oregon got all season? Because I didn't see it. So who did he beat?
They played a Big Ten schedule. I don't know. I mean, they didn't beat anybody in particular. Like it's going to be fancy for you.
Enough
They
said.
lost. They lost two games.
Enough
They
said.
lost two games.
Enough
Uh,
said. They didn't
but
play Ohio State. They didn't.
You don't realize sometimes you say things off the cuff that puts your foot in your mouth that you would want to take back. And I'm
No,
talking about, you said you're only good as your last game. Shador Sanders' last game, he sucked
he won
against.
though.
No, he did not. His bowl game, he did not.
They won a game win. Oh, you talking about college now? Now
Yes,
you
what
talking
you talking
about
about?
no? Well, I'm talking about in the pros because I
Yeah,
tell you
but
with
his
that
last game in
performance,
college.
with
So
that
you judging
performance
a
that
but
Dante
hold on,
Moore.
Vaughn. Hold on, Vaughn. You judging a pro player on his last game to a college player's last game?
Yeah, because I don't even know how this college player is being projected as number 2 overall or anything. When you said that before the Indiana
Tools, his
game,
tools.
and that just goes to show a lot of that just be talking. You ain't even got to watch the game to know them tools don't mean much. He
Why?
wasn't a better quarterback than Marcus Mariota.
Don't you know the draft in quarterbacks go so much of potential?
Yeah, and a lot of it is guessing. They don't be knowing. They don't know no more than me or
No,
you.
a lot of it is guessing. It's a crapshoot.
So
But
that's
that
why.
is
See, that's the difference between me and you. You take them as okay. This is all they watch. They watch the film. They get it wrong 80 to 90% of the time.
but I take it for what it's worth because I don't put in the work they put in. I
Just
don't
because
watch
you
every
put
game
in the
they
work,
play.
you guess what?
No, not me, not
No,
me.
I'm saying, just because they put in the work and they still picking wrong, that means they work whatever work they doing ain't
no,
very
but
good.
no.
I'm not talking about the
Wait.
players. I'm talking about the coaches that's picking these players.
Yeah, but that's what it is, Vaughn. You in a sport, you can't get it right because you can't measure the heart. I mean, you got to understand, you can't measure the heart. You can look at it all over. You can look at stats, but you don't know the mentality.
But oftentimes you can look at a player and see whether they are a sure top 5 pick or
How
not.
can you do it? How?
You can it's seen now.
No,
This
no, no,
this this
no, no, no,
this
no, no,
this
no. Hold on,
draft.
hold on.
This
Knowing somebody's a for sure top 5 pick and that person succeeding is different.
well, again,
Because
I'm not even saying that you gotta
Jameis Winston was
succeed
a sure shot top 5
for
pick,
sure.
but he didn't pan out.
But even right now, you would still pick Jameis Winston again over
No,
these two characters. You would still put
which
Jameis
two?
Winston.
Which two?
Mendoza and over Moore. Or no, I ain't even gonna say Mendoza because at least he a Heisman, so he can speak. Ty Simpson, I said before. See, the thing is, and both of these teams play Indiana. I said the same thing. I don't think Alabama offense is very good at all. Alabama got slapped by Indiana 38-3. Okay, advance over to Oregon. What did I say before the game started? Before when we was talking about it. I ain't seen Oregon beat nobody. They had the easiest road to make it this far. You said, well, let me tell you, that's the thing I love about the playoffs. It's going to be a test now. Yeah, it really was. The game was over by the second quarter. They got whooped again. Oregon ain't show me nothing all season. Don't mean it wasn't a good team, but the Heisman or top 2 projected quarterback, I didn't see it.
You don't get it, man.
I didn't see it. And you can watch film all day, but in the biggest moments, moments when you have a game like that,
you don't get
you
it,
should stay home.